Hey guys, it's Trevor Ling with Peak Potential Physiotherapy here. Just trying to try out a new microphone, so hopefully this works. Let me know if y'all can hear me if anyone is on our live feed here. But I was calling to or calling. I'm going live here to go over one of our blog posts. Basically, it was stating the secret to why your aches and pains are worse in the winter. So, again, I'm Trevor with Peak Potential Physiotherapy and Wellness. I've been a physical therapist for over 10 years now. It gives me a little bit of background as to what's going on with our body. So I wanted to just highlight a few things in the article, and I'll put the link in the notes here so that y'all can refer to it later if you'd like. So basically, a few top things that can cause your aches and pains to be worse in the winter is a decreased blood flow, less movement, uh, abandoning your normal exercise routine, having a tight muscles and tendons, uh, seasonal affective disorder. That's something else that can cause it, as well as just kind of being again just kind of more inactive. So some things that people wonder is, okay, now my stiffness that I have in the mornings become more painful. One, that's a symptom of some more underlying factors. So if you're were stiff and that kind of worked out, that could be some arthritic pain, but that can also be treated through manual physical therapy, through working with our hands to get the joint moving and lubricated. And I'll talk a little bit more into that in a second. So when that stiffness becomes painful, something is usually wrong, and that's where giving us a call, commenting on the video, we can start a dialogue that way. Um, is that normal? Okay, so what happens when we don't move? A good saying that I heard from another therapist that I worked with before is motion is lotion. In each joint, we have what's called synovial fluid. That's just a big term for the oil that's in our joint. Everyone's probably heard of that before, but basically there's oil inside each joint, and the less we move, the more that oil gets sluggish. Like if you didn't turn over your car and the oil there doesn't kind of lubricate the joint and things. However, joints need that motion for the oil to become more liquid, to cover the joint, and that's what gives our joints nutrition. That's why it feels better as we move on, or as we get moving. So as we move, those joints are lubricated, and therefore our joints get the nutrition that we need. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or comment after the video is posted, and we can go over that. But if that stiffness becomes pain, which some people will feel when it gets colder outside, just because one, the muscles and tendons get a little tight as we don't move correctly, and also in the blog it talks about we kind of have abandoned our normal exercise routine. One is to not abandon your exercise routine. I still try to get out, or not get out because it's cold out, but to work out 5-6 days a week. We do some stuff at home that allows me to keep active and mobile, which is what most people want to do. We want to keep active and mobile, free of having painkillers and using injections, all that sort of thing. There's injections now that actually will simulate the synovial fluid in our joint. People go and get Synvisc injections or Orthovisc injections, and then go in the knee. Sometimes they'll put them in the shoulder, and that will be able to simulate that oil in the joint, the synovial fluid that helps lubricate and makes the joint feel better. So big things are to maintain your activity level at all possible. Keep up just a general stretching routine or doing yoga. Something else you could do is, before you get out of bed, if you're just feeling real stiff, tight, You're already warm in bed. Everyone wants to stay under the covers because it's cold outside. Now we've had some strange weather here, so that's another thing. We had 60-degree weather, and then we have like 30-degree weather. So if you get that kind of stiffness in the morning, just be under the covers and kind of move your knees back and forth, do some knee to the chest, things that you would do just to kind of get moving. And that can stimulate the synovial fluid to start lubricating the joint and help the joints feel less stiff and allow for some decreased irritation. Now again, if that doesn't get better and you're having some pain, is then you'd want to consult a physical therapist, because we are movement experts, and then we can be able to get in and see what actually the underlying problem is as a mechanical problem. So that is the take home for today, is to keep moving, do some gentle range of motion and exercise in the bed if you're feeling a little stiff and that might be a little painful when you get up and start moving. Don't abandon your normal exercise routine. I know getting out to the gym's a little bit problematic when it's cold, but if you can do some things at home where it's a little bit warmer and you can have a controlled environment, that will help you keep on your routine into the new year. So if you do have any questions, I'm going to post the link to the blog in the chat, and then we will go from there. But if you have any questions, please comment, email us. If you jump on our website at peakpotentialpt.com, we'd be more than happy to answer your questions that way as well. I hope everyone's doing well, and we'll have a happy new year. And we hope to be your first line of defense to keeping you active, mobile, and free from having to take any painkillers in 2017. Thanks.